everybody. Happy Friday. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm really excited to be here. Super excited to be here because today is the kickoff of the 14-day artist journey. So I know a lot of you have registered for this. That is awesome. If you're seeing this and you have not registered for it, let's see. I'm going to show my comments here. Let's see. Okay, cool. If you have not registered for it, you need to, because there's some really awesome stuff that you guys need to know about. I'm having some technical issues. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me just 1 second. Okay. How do I get rid of this? Bear with me, kids. I apologize. If you guys know me, you know I struggle with comments. There we go. Okay. So yes, that's what I was going to ask. So if my team could drop the link to the registration, that would be absolutely awesome. So we'll get some links dropped in there quickly for you guys. So let's start this again. Welcome to the 14-day artist journey. This is going to be an amazing, amazing journey that we're all going to go on together. And we've got a lot of amazing guests that are coming on. We have amazing events that are happening. And this is something that's really near and dear to my heart. So you may have registered and you might already know what's going on, or you might not have registered and you don't know what's going on. So I'm going to explain to you what is going on. So for the next 14 days, every single day, I'm going to be going live, with the exception of a couple of days where we will be streaming a video for you and interviewing people who are brilliant artists and people that I look up to and people that I think we all have something to learn from. We're also going to be going on an amazing journey together. So you guys know that I'm an educator and I have educated hundreds of students, and I've watched their growth journeys, and I've also been on my own for a really long time now. And I've kind of deconstructed this journey, and I've found that there are like 4 really integral phases that we all need to go through as artists. So let's talk about those first. So phase 1 of our journey is self-awareness. So this is taking stock of all of the things that we're really confident in doing, the things that we're brilliant at doing, the things that we actually really like doing, just becoming aware of the places where we're really strong, and then giving ourselves props for that, right? So recognizing like, this is something I'm really great at. This is something I love. Perhaps I want to pursue this a little bit more. And then giving ourselves the acknowledgement and the recognition that we deserve. And then the next part of that self-awareness is looking at the places that maybe we're a little bit afraid, or perhaps we're not confident, or maybe we have obstacles, perceived or real, that we really need to take a look at. And this part of the journey is probably the single most important part of the journey, because nothing can change on the outside until we start changing the inside. But you can't change the inside if you don't understand what's going on in there, right? So we're going to take stock. But the beautiful thing is, we're going to do it together as a community. We're not going to do it in the absence of people supporting us. I'm going to be here to support you. The speakers that are coming on are going to be here to support you in doing this. You guys are going to support each other in doing this. So we're going to do this in a really safe environment that makes it not as frightening, and we're going to do it with other people so that it doesn't seem quite as intimidating. So phase 1, self-awareness and taking stock. Now, once we've done that, we are going to move into learning about vulnerability, which is absolutely integral to our growth. Actually, it's kind of integral to having a happy, healthy life, period. Which, you guys, by the way, this journey, it's not just going to help us be better artists. It's just going to help us live better lives as well. So we're going to learn about vulnerability, and then we're going to make an agreement with ourselves to be vulnerable during these next 14 days while we go through this process together. Then we move into the 3rd phase, which is bravery. And it's funny, when I was younger, I used to think that bravery was, those people who went out there and did these big, bright, beautiful, bold, amazing things in the world. And they seem to be fearless and they just chase their dreams and they're amazing. Like, Degas deciding to paint as an impressionist when the fashion at the time was realism, or Einstein, who had so many failed, theories until he hit upon the theory of relativity. Or, I don't know, John Lydon being the lead singer of the Sex Pistols in a punk rock band. All of these just amazing people. Jim Carroll, the beautiful poet who just kept going and going and going. Like, they all went out there, and I'm sure you guys have people that you think of like, oh, they did these amazing things. Like, how did they do it? And you think, God, I wish I could be like that, be so unafraid and so brave and just go out there and put myself out there in the world. Well, I realized these people did not go out there in the absence of fear. They actually went out there despite the fear and despite the discomfort. They went and they were big and bright and bold and beautiful in the face of fear, in the face of failure, in the face of the unknown. They weren't working in the absence of it, right? Being brave is actually doing something that's outside of your comfort zone. It's taking risks. This is being brave. So we are going to do things outside of our comfort zone, and we're going to be brave, and we are going to build the mental fortitude and create successes even out of our failures. Even a perceived failure is absolutely a success because you have the opportunity to learn and grow from it. So this is going to help us build the mental fortitude to take on challenges and take risks and be big and bold and bright and beautiful in the world and do amazing things. None of the people I talked about are unicorns. We can do the same things. I mean, I don't know. I might not be able to go out and sing like John Lydon, but you know what I mean. We all have the ability to go out and be brave and bold and beautiful in this world. It's not relegated to just a select few who have these magical unicorn talents. It's just working this journey. So these first 3 phases, they're kind of a continuum. We do them on a daily basis. Like, once you learn them, you start doing them on a daily basis. Sometimes you do them several times a day because things come up and you kind of have to go through the whole journey. So we're going to learn how to program our minds to do that. We're going to start doing that on a regular basis. And once we're doing that, we can actually then move forward into the 4th phase, which is vision. And that's working to create our own authentic vision of how we want to show up in the world, the beautiful things that we want to do, the type of art that we want to create, how we want to run our businesses, how we want to interact interpersonally. Like, it spans all of it. For this particular journey, we're going to be talking about art, but just know that all of these things, they're going to be applicable to all of the areas of your life. So that is the journey that we're going on. Once you register, there's actually a book that I've written that is a downloadable book for you. And it's a journaling book. And then we're going to go through all of these phases together. And we're going to do a bunch of self-discovery. We're going to lean into vulnerability. We're going to be brave and do amazing things. And then we're going to craft that vision. And in the end, we are going to have a photo challenge. You guys are going to go out and create something and submit. So that's the basics of the journey. I'm going to be going live every single day at, again, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I'm going to be interviewing people. And I don't know about you guys, but when I started in the industry, there were people that I really looked up to. Lillian Bassman, a photographer who, man, I have so much admiration and respect for her work. I'm pretty much in love with it. Ellen von Unworth, another one of my she's so amazing kind of photographers, right? Even when I got into weddings, Jose Villa, he was just like, wow, Jose Villa is amazing, right? John Canlis, Elizabeth Messina. There were all of these artists that I really, really looked up to, who I thought I could never attain that. I can never be as amazing as they are. They're just these perfect things, right? They're these perfect creatures that are creating this beautiful art, and they just showed up that way. There was no journey for them. They were just perfect. And unfortunately, in the current environment that we're all living in now, we're so crafted in social media, it's not even funny. Like, it's almost an automatic response to try and be perfect all of the time. Actually, I have a story. Recently, I was invited to go and shoot portrait legends competition that was put on by ProPens. It was such an honor to be able to go. And it was when I was in Las Vegas at WPPI, and I had to wake up at 3:00 in the morning and get ready to be down in the lobby at 5:00 in the morning to go shoot out in the desert with a bunch of amazing portrait photographers, right? I was gobsmacked that I got the invitation in the first place. I was like, was this an accident? Did they really mean to invite me? And that morning, I was pacing around my hotel room like a tiger. Like I was so full of nerves and so incredibly anxious. It was something else. I actually got sick. I was so nervous. And we get out there and, I'm still nervous, but I know I got to do what I got to do. And so I get out there and I'm shooting and I'm doing the stuff. And Maria and Yulia pulled me to the side and asked me if they could interview me. And I was like, sure, of course. And so I'm nervous being interviewed as well, right? But I need to show up professionally because, that's what we've been taught with social media. We have to be perfect all the time because that's all we see is everybody being perfect. Everybody crafts this reality that's not really true. And I'm personally not a fan of this at all. I really connect with people who are more genuine and authentic and share their true journeys. So I try and lean that way when I'm talking to you guys. I try and be as authentic as possible, let you guys know where I'm struggling. It's one of the reasons I created the 14-day artist journey because I really want to humanize the process that we go through as artists and help everybody go through this process. So I'm being interviewed, and me, the person who's like, oh, I don't want to be perfect on social media. Yulia, after a bunch of questions, asked me, so did you have any challenges today? And I said, no. Oh my God, I had so many challenges that day. It wasn't even funny. But my automatic response, because I knew this was going to be in media, was to try and show up professionally. We're going to remove that during the 14-day artist journey because I did have challenges during that. I was scared to death. I was so nervous. It wasn't even funny. I got sick, physically sick because I was so nervous to be in that competition. I had all kinds of doubts and fears going out there and doing that. Yet when I got interviewed, did you have any challenges? No, it's a little cold, but oh my God, I can't even believe that I did that. We're so programmed to do this. Enough. We're going to get past that with this 14-day artist journey. So I want to bring in these amazing artists that you guys look up to, not to talk about how rad they are, because we already know how rad they are. What I want to do is I want to humanize them for you. I want you guys to learn from their journeys. I want you to hear about the times where they totally made a huge mistake and were like, oh God, what have I done? But then how they learned from it and grew, because we're all perfectly imperfect. There's not a single one of us who is perfect. I'm sorry, but Lillian Bassman didn't just pop up on the scene being the brilliant artist that she was. She had to go through a journey. Mr. Jose Villa did not show up being the perfect photographer that he is. He had to go through a journey as well. Every single person that I have coming on who's a brilliant artist went through a journey. They have made mistakes. They have had bumps. They are no different than you and I. And those are the things that we're going to talk to them about so that we can learn and so that we can humanize this and everybody know we're all in this together, and you have the opportunity to grow and flourish as much as you want if you're willing to put the work in with us. So with that, I have some notes because you guys know I can't memorize anything. So I have my notes, put my glasses on, I'm going to check my notes and make sure that I hit all the points that I need to hit. Okay. So once you sign up for the challenge, you want to make sure that you download the free photo artist journey journal that I've created. So if you haven't signed up yet, go and sign up so that you can get that journal. And then I want to talk to you a little bit about the brands that are actually super supportive of artists. So I was very particular in who we chose to have on this with us. I wanted to collaborate with companies that actually supported artists in their journeys. And so we're going to be working with Pro Prints, and every single day. So you're going to want to show up live every day, not just because we're talking to amazing people, but ProPrints has been so awesome that every single day they are allowing me to give away one 32 by 48 wrapped canvas to someone who is live and on the call and who asks me a question or comments. Thank you, ProPrints. That is an amazing gift. They also have every single person who registers for the photo artist journey is going to get a 20 by 30 wrapped canvas from them as well. Everyone who is signed up for the journey is getting that. So if you are not signed up, you need to go and get signed up because that's going to be amazing. Stella Pro, AIBP, Boo DIY, Backdrops by Jeremy Ellsworth, Tailored Body Jewelry, Marketing, and Homespun Heart. They're all companies who are supporting this journey. And I'm going to be sending out an email today that has all of the promo codes that you are getting from them just for being part of the artist journey. And many of them are going to be giving away bigger gifts for the photo competition that we're going to be doing. So don't forget to go and register. That's super important. And then let me talk to you a little bit about the speakers. So we're going to have Jacqueline Tobin, who has been an editor for several magazines, who I absolutely adore and love. She's fantastic. And so she's worked curating images for the majority of her career. And so we're going to talk to her about that. We're going to learn an awful lot from Jacqueline. We have Kiate. I can never pronounce Kiate's last name. I love you, Kiate, but I'm not even going to attempt it because I know I'm going to butcher it. Sean Black is coming on with us. Aaron Blackwell, Maria, I can't say your last name either. Arlano, Betsy McHugh Gibson is going to be coming on with us. I'm a little excited about this one. Sakara Raven Birdsong. Does that sound familiar to anybody? My daughter. I get to interview my daughter during this 14-day challenge. I'm so excited about it. Elena Marr is going to be coming on. Leon Johnson. Oh, he's going to be coming on as well. And then Aphrodite Maid. A lot of you may know her from Sue Bryce's work or the Portrait Masters. She's kind of like the iconic model that Sue shoots quite a bit. And it's always at Portrait Masters. She's going to come on and talk to us about her experience being a visual artist as well. So we have lots of guests. Lacey Morgan will be coming on as well. And we might be throwing in some more people here and there. But I want to bring in, again, people who have done really well, are brilliant artists. And you know what? There's somebody missing from this. Megan McCaskill is going to be on here too, I believe, from Tailored Body Jewelry. Yes, Tailored Body. She's going to be on as well. So we have a lot of amazing things going on. So from April 14th to the 27th, we have the online experience. And again, I'm going to be going live every single day at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for these interviews. They're also going to be recorded. So if you can't join us, that's okay. We're going to send you the recordings so that you can watch them and you can pull from the interviews all of the great stuff that you need. But remember, if you want that print from Pro Prints, he was, again, so amazing for doing this, you're going to want to be on live with us and asking questions. We have giveaways each day and special offers from our brand supporters. April 23rd through the 27th, we're going to be accepting submissions. And there are multiple categories that we're going to be working in. So it doesn't matter if you are a wedding photographer, if you are a street photographer, if you shoot maternity, families, intimate portrait photography, brandings, beauty, all this is open to anybody who loves this medium as an art. it's open to all portrait photographers. I love this medium so much. I love this form of art. I love the expression that it allows me. And so I want everyone to be able to participate. So this isn't just for the intimate boudoir photography community. This is for everybody who loves the medium the way that I do. So all are welcome, and I'm excited to have you all here. So we're going to be able to have submissions in all of the portrait categories. So we're accepting those submissions April 23rd through the 27th, and then we're going to be judging them April 3rd through May 4th, and then we'll be announcing our winners on May 5th. And some of the giveaways we're giving away, we've got some photography coffee tumblers, like I said, the canvas wraps. There's some other things too. It's all going to be in the emails. So I want to remind you guys at this point, if you haven't signed up for the journey, go and sign up for it, because there's a lot of great stuff happening. The giveaways are great, but the journey that we're going to go on together is going to help really reprogram your brain to go out there and do the big, bold, beautiful, bright things that you want to be doing, that we all want to be doing. It's going to help us like get back in touch with our passion for photography. So many of us are commissioned by clients on a regular basis, and all we do are those commissions within our business. I want us to get reattached to our passion for this art form, and really get past the obstacles that are stopping us from doing the amazing things that we want to do. And I'm going to hold your hand all the way through it. And I'm going to bring people in who are going to help support you. And I'm going to pull together a community that's going to do that as well. So I think I've pretty much covered everything at that point. So I'm just going to take a look and see if there are any questions that I need to answer. Let's see. Let me just run through these questions really quickly. Did we drop a link for... So I'm looking to see, yep, photoartistjourney.com. So that link is there. I know, Melissa, isn't that incredible? I'm excited. I'm assuming that you're talking about the pro prints. They're amazing for doing that. I know we all need to go give them some love because they're really supporting. Awesome. Okay. So I don't really see any. Yeah. I appreciate, yes, it was delightful to curate these companies. But I'm also just so delighted that they're working with us and that they're, that they care about the community. Someone asked me, when do you need to get models for the photo challenge? I would say as soon as possible, right? We have 2 weeks. Someone said yay about Sakara. I know, I'm so excited to see it. I can't believe I get to interview my own daughter. She's such a brilliant artist herself. It's going to be awesome. Okay. Does anybody have any questions for me? So Lulu asked, are the lives going to be at the same time every day? Yes, they are. 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time every single day. There are a couple of lives, just in full transparency, there are a couple of lives that I'm not going, or a couple of days where I'm not going to be able to be live. I have to go out of town to go to my uncle's funeral services. But we will have recorded interviews for you guys on those days. And if you are asking questions or commenting, there will be someone in there watching it. So we'll still be doing the giveaways on those days. Life throws us curveballs, huh? It's life. And we just got to pivot and do the best that we can. So someone asked, can I please talk a bit more about the competition in terms of the requirements? Are you looking for new work? If it has to be new, do we need to schedule some shoots? That is a wonderful question. So I would say, it would probably be good to create new work with everything that we're learning through the photo artist journey. But I also understand 2 weeks is kind of a short time frame to try and create that and turn it around. So we are accepting old work that you feel falls into the area of your vision and that you were using the things that we're going to be talking about during the journey. So being bold, being brave, trying something different, trying something new. So it does not have to be new work. I highly encourage it being new work because I think you're going to learn more by doing that, but it's not mandatory. So we're kind of giving you guys a little bit of an out on that, because if we had a month to do this, I would say, nope, it has to be new work. But since it is just 2 weeks, some of us might not be able to fit it in. But if you can, please do. You're going to learn so much from doing that. Okay, I'm seeing people who are registering. That's awesome. Another thing that I know, Homespun Heart is an amazing company. Barbie is incredible. I absolutely love her. She totally supports artists. She's fantastic. Let's see, but what day do we get the information for what we need from them? Facebook user, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Let's see. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Is there a limit on nudity and provocativeness? That's a good question. You know what, Lulu? I actually hadn't even thought about that. I would say yes, that there's going to be. It needs to be social friendly, because we're actually absolutely going to want to highlight the artists who win. And so, we're going to want to follow the rules of socials. So, yes. Oh, and it looks like I jumped in there and said no. Nudity's fine, no erotica. But, let's be careful, because we're going to want to highlight you. If we're making new work, when should we schedule that shoot? Again, middle end, I would say, but get your models lined up now. And yes, okay, fantastic. Okay, so Sarah, if you're in here, can you do me a favor? Can you pick a winner for me? Oh, someone just asked, how many emotional states are we going to be going through? So let's be clear. This is not my strip down course, which enrollment is happening for the strip down course right now. We're live and we're open. If there are any of you who are interested in taking that course with me, Sarah, if you can drop that link, I would greatly appreciate that. We are doing the intensive online mentoring program. It starts on May 1st. So in this journey, we're not going to be going through stripped down course material in terms of the emotive states. What we're going to be doing is trying to reprogram the way that we think about our artistic journey, and start really self-evaluating, leaning into vulnerability, working towards bravery, and then creating that vision. And we're going to be learning a lot from the people that we have coming in for these interviews. So it's going to be amazing. I don't see the link being dropped yet. That's okay. We'll send it out to you guys via email. Kristen, you're very welcome. Jennifer Lee Jackson, we are going to help you with vulnerability. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. It's something that we're all going to be working on together in a really safe space. And we're going to create an environment for all of you where we're all working together so that it's not as challenging or fearful. I think this is one of the things that's lacking so much from the industry. Again, everybody shows up so perfectly. Everything is so curated. There are those photographers that we see their Instagram and we're just like, oh God, clearly their life is perfect and nothing is going on there, because everything is constantly beautiful and the work is amazing and the this and the that and the whatever. I guarantee you there is stuff going on in the background for sure. And they took a journey getting there. It did not just happen. We can all do the same thing. I want to demystify it. I want to humanize it. I want to prove to you. I want you to prove to yourself that you can do this. So we're going to have in-depth, amazing interviews. We're going to work through this journal together, and we are going to flourish and thrive and grow and get out there and do beautiful things. And this whole thing is free. I'm doing this for free. There's no cost to register. This is just something that I want to give back to the community. I'm so grateful to be part of the community. And I'm so passionate about, again, this medium as an art, that I'd like to help people move in that direction as well, and just elevate the industry and empower everyone to be the best that they can be within their work, but also within their lives, because the two, they kind of go together. They really do. So, and you guys, you know what? I'm going through this journey right now myself. I go through it on a daily basis, but I'm really going through it currently. There are things that I'm working on, and I might actually come on and talk about that at some time and be more vulnerable with you guys and share some of the things that are going on in the background of my business and things that I'm doing where I'm needing to pivot and I'm needing to rethink things. And I'm having to like step into places where I'm really not comfortable and I'm scared. I'm legitimately afraid of several things right now. And I have no choice but to pivot and to go out there and try and do new and different things if I want to continue growing as an artist. I face it too. You're not alone. I go through it as well. And everybody I'm bringing in to talk to you, they go through it as well. So we're all in this together. You're not alone. And we're going to figure out how to do it in a beautiful way. It's going to help us all flourish and grow. So with all of that, I am going to choose my winner for the day for that Pro Prince. Kristen, don't worry. I will push you. Let's see. Sarah, have you dropped a name for me yet? Guys, today's our first day of doing this. So, this is a perfect example of getting out there and not being perfect. We don't have everything like perfectly running yet. It's going to take us a couple of days to get that happening. Okay, so she texted me the winner. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to, let's see. So the winner of the canvas happens to be Sly. Sly, I can't pronounce your name. I've never been able to. But I'm super excited that you won it, and I'm glad that you're here for the 14-day artist journey. I've missed you immensely, and I'm glad that you're back. So congratulations to Sly. And then I want you guys to know that tomorrow at 10 a.m., I am going to be interviewing Betsy McHugh Gibson. And I think that this is probably one of like the biggest stories that we're going to be talking about. This is a story of transformation and overcoming odds that are unbelievable. When you guys hear this story, you're going to be like, holy shit, how did she even come back from this? Well, we're going to learn how she came back from this and how she navigated like all of the tragedy that happened in her life and rebuilt her business and came back stronger than ever and is an incredible artist now. Like her transformation has been insane. And the business that she's been able to build after the blows and the knockdowns that she took have been incredible. So we're not going to talk about Betsy and what an amazing artist she is. We're going to talk about where Betsy like really was at a point where I think most people would have just completely walked away and given up because so much tragedy happened around it. So a great big thank you to Betsy for coming on and sharing this with everyone so other people can grow from it and perhaps relate to it and bring it into their own lives. So tomorrow I will be coming on at 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time with Betsy, and we're going to get into the weeds of this, and we are going to learn, and we're going to grow, and we're going to do amazing things. So go sign up, go download your workbook, take a look through it, maybe start doing some of the work, and then join me again tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Again, someone's going to win another canvas from Pro Prince. Again, Pro Prince, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to all of the other sponsors, the people that we're working with who support artists. Thank you so much for being part of this journey. To everyone who has signed up, thank you for caring enough about this medium and your art and what you're creating in this world and wanting to grow. You guys are brave and you guys are strong and you guys are awesome. And I am here for it. And I cannot wait to be on this journey with you guys. So I'm super excited. Everybody have a wonderful day today. And I will see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. That right there is a major challenge. Denise getting hair and makeup ready by 10 a.m. in the morning. This is something else. So Some of the days you might not see me hair and makeup. It might be hair in a bun, sweats, and no makeup. I don't know. We'll see. But I do promise you this. I'm going to show up for you every single day with my whole heart and with the intention of helping this community grow. It means the world to me. So thank you for participating. I'm excited to be a part of this journey with you. I'm so stoked about all of our amazing artists who are going on this with us and our vendors, and we're going to go knock it out of the park. So get ready. We're going to get down, and I will see you guys soon. Mwah! Much love. You guys are amazing. And remember, be kind to yourselves, and you are brilliant. We got this. Okay, guys. I'll see you later. Ciao.